There's a super easy way to check right now if the macros of a protein bar are good or not. And here it is. Take the protein bar of your choice and check the calorie label. You will see the calories listed for the entire bar here. If you live in Europe, there will also be the per 100 grams entries, but you don't need to check those. And here's what you do. Mentally cover up the last digit of the calories per bar. For example, if a bar has 203 calories, cover the last digit, so the 3, and you are left with 20. Then you check the protein content per bar and simply compare the number you got after covering the last digit with the protein content listed. If the protein bar has the same number or even higher than the 2 digits from before, this is a good protein bar in terms of macros. If the protein content is slightly lower, my personal tolerance here is -4, so if the protein is equal to or up to 4 grams less than the 2 digits, it's not a really good but still okay protein bar. There are rare exceptions here, like a very small bar with only 120 calories or less. In that case, the tolerance is -2, but for the vast majority of protein bars, this method works perfectly to spot good macros. Now, why does this work? The calories on a label are calculated based on the macros listed below. Every gram of carbohydrate has 4 calories, every gram of protein has 4 calories, and every gram of fat has 9 calories. And if you now combine all the calories from the entries from carbs, fats, and protein, you get the total calorie amount for the item. For example, if you have a 200 calorie protein bar with 20 grams of protein, you've already accounted for 80 calories, which is 40% of the bar coming from protein alone, and that means there's less space for stuff like sugar, for example, because the main reason we buy protein bar is to have a convenient way to get more protein in and not sugar. If the protein isn't there, well, you might as well just buy a regular Snickers bar. And believe it or not, there are massive differences between bars. Many of them have big numbers and flashy claims on the packaging like high protein, but when you check the label, the macros don't add up. Take this protein bar for example. The package says clean protein bar and even has a biceps icon with the words high protein content in German. But when you check the label, it has 284 calories. Using the cover method from before, we would expect around 28 grams of protein, right? Now look at this. The bar only has 15 grams of protein and a whopping 16 grams of fat and 16 grams of sugar. So more sugar than protein in a protein bar? Well, no thank you. Now compare that to this bar from Wider. This is what I call a proper protein bar. It has 171 calories, so using the cover method we get the number 17, but the actual protein content is 27 grams. That's absolutely insane for a protein bar. It's the best bar I know in terms of macros. Snickers and Mars also have some really good protein bars, not just in terms of macros, which are great, but also in taste. The blue Snickers bar especially is my absolute favorite. I love this bar. Now, I've only talked about the protein content in bars. There's a lot more to discuss, like what type of protein is in the bar, vegan options, or certain ingredients like stabilizers or emulsifiers. Personally, I don't really care about all of that. I only care about the macro content and the taste, and that's it. And quite frankly, I think most people, at least when it comes to protein bars, should do the same and not overcomplicate it. So try out the cover method and tell me what you think about it, and I hope you learned something. If you want a cookbook that helped me lose a ton of weight and get in shape, click the link in the description. It has over 230 recipes and you will get every future recipe update for free once you've purchased it. Also, I just released an Akiri style knife. The link is in the description as well.